Hi everyone, welcome to yet another LEGO review. This time I would like to show you how I have modified the Black X-Wing fighter. To be frank, this is I think the only set that I've bought in the last few years because I liked it as a set itself and I wanted to build it as a set and keep it mostly like that. But after I have assembled it, there were some things I didn't especially like. First, I felt that there are too many non-matching colors in the build itself, so I've simply replaced them to either black or orange color. The only non-black or orange color I've felt like could keep are either these flat metallic or the dark bluish gray parts, but I really wanted it to be as consistent as strict in colors, for example as the Blacktron series have been, with black, yellow, nothing else. Maybe just as an exception, a few gray parts. I think the basic reason why I like this set because it has reminded me of the Blacktron sets due to this black and very aggressive, very light accent color. And to be frank, after I have seen this, I felt that if Blacktron would be resurrected, like Blacktron 3, it should be black and orange. I think this is an awesome color combination. Okay, let's see what I have changed. As I've said, some gray parts have been removed from visible areas. Also, if you look at the wings, they have been color matched. And also the tips have been changed to these darts because I think they look pretty much like the original blasters at the tip of the wing. What else? This part, if you look at it, has been changed somewhat. So it's somewhat shorter than they are, or simpler than they are in the original build. But to understand why, we have to flip it over and see the underside, because the only thing that happened is that I wanted to make it consistent with the underside that I have rebuilt. If you look at the top, yeah, maybe here a few parts I have added some tiles to make everything very flat, very consistent, so that only a minimal amount of studs are visible. Also regarding the color scheme, the engine boost showing has been changed to orange because this is what looks great with the color combination. But the fun part has been how I have added landing gears to the set. I've used these ski pieces and yeah, the beginning is somewhat simple, not much fun with that, just a little bit different in texture and in part usage than the original one. But here on the underside, this has been heavily reworked. So if you look at it, if you remove these G-slopes that I've only added to make it more stable for display, then you can completely fold it up and close it down. So once you have really closed down, it's smooth, slack, almost unnoticeable from the first look. And inside I've even added some greebling for texture with this tile piece. So this slope helps a little bit if you want to pose it for longer display, but even without that, if you have strong enough clutch on these pieces, it can stand on its own. I understand why they didn't do this, because yeah, it can be so easily given to children. It's not as stable as it should be by default, but still as a display set, I just love it this way. And to be frank, I wouldn't ever feel like buying a UCS version because this one seems complete and slack for me too. So basically that's all, but there is a surprise as well that I will show in a minute. As you have probably seen before, I have this Blacktron dragonfly build some time ago, and I think I've mentioned that the basic motivation for this has partly been the X-Wing fighter, because if you look at it not from front or from back to front, but from front to back, like in the reverse direction, it has that insectish feeling for me a little bit. And I've built this with the intention that the head can be reused for that specific build. But of course we need some color changes. So let's cut here for a second. I will rearrange the colors in this head and let's see how it can be attached and how it will look like once it's done. So this is how it looks after the rebuild or after the extension. Since I didn't have simple transparent orange, I have used this transparent neon orange. Yeah, it somewhat works, but I'm sure I will not keep it on display like that. This one will go back to transparent yellow and go back to the dragonfly. So these have been the modifications I have done to this one. If you want to see more images of that, you can try my Flickr channel, and very soon another more interesting build. Have fun!